Welcome to Inner Peace Arts Unscripted. I'm your host, James Coleman. I'm a writer, speaker, and coach on personal development, spirituality, and social change. Check out my blog at innerpeacearts.wordpress.com, Facebook and Twitter at innerpeacearts1, and email me at innerpeacearts@protonmail.com. Today we're going to talk about transformation and the taking of kind of the decomposition of actions to transforming energy, things, whatever, into the things that you want. And this is an extremely important topic because it's related to that scripture where everything is possible, but not everything is possible. Everything is possible, and everything is profitable. Or everything is permissible, but not everything is profitable. And to me, this really points to the fact that whatever it is that you want to do, there is a path of transformation to make it happen, and you have to walk in it. And I think I've shared on this idea a bit before in terms of opportunity and the stream. But here I'm not talking so much about opportunity and the stream, so much am I talking about what are the specific things that you need to do in order to make it manifest, right? And these are the things that are dependent upon your actions. So this is apart from any kind of appeal to the non-local. Talked about that before. This is just about, okay, if I want to, a friend of mine is talking about getting the name of a street changed in a town. Okay, so if I want to get the name of a street changed in a town, what are the things that I have to do? I have to talk to the people on the council. I have to get residents together in order to create a kind of emotional sign that this is important to the community, right? There's all sorts of things that have to be done that follow once you've decided on what it is you want to accomplish. And I think I've mentioned that before too, about how needs follow from what you want, because as others have put it, reality constrains you and forces you to do certain things in order to get something done, right? You can't just, it's just not a matter of wishing it and it is there. That kind of happens, that wishing is there happens with the connection between the mind and the body, but the connection between the body and the world is not the same. And, maybe we need to increase our mind to world technologies. And that may be, I'm not there yet. If you have those kinds of technologies, please share. I think it would be of interest to many people. But I don't have that. So, I'm working with the mind to body to world kind of framework and technology. And if I find another one, like I said, I will certainly share. But this notion of transformation is, what are the steps that need to be done in order to make it happen, and being aware of that and being willing to walk in that path, right? But even if you're willing to walk on the path, you have to find it, right? And that can be a source of frustration in trying to get something done. It's like you have a desire to get it done. You feel as though you have the energy to get it done. And then there's this vast set of obstacles in your way, right? Let's just take building a business, right? So the entrepreneur who's, wants to create their own business and have their own time and not have people telling them what to do. You have to create, mindsets in others that you are delivering. that you have something that they want, that they understand what it is that you're delivering. You have to address distribution channels. Do you have access to those distribution channels? Do you have those relationships? Is the product strong enough to incite the specific need that you want the person to address as a result of your offering, right? And this, and all of these thoughts are the same for, say, evangelism and trying to get people, if you're from a Christian perspective and you want people to come to church, it's like, okay, all these same ideas are present, right? And what's interesting is the past. I'm getting to this place, especially in the production of these videos, where I'm actually hitting up against my own walls, and so we're seeing now. I think I mentioned this a couple of episodes ago, the application of these ideas in action. So sharing the ideas and now seeing how they are actually playing out in the things that are frustrating for me, right? Because at the end of the day, if there's not power over material, if there's not something actually being accomplished as a result of the ideas being applied, then it's pretty pointless. But nonetheless, I feel as though a progress is being made. And in this area of transformation, one was the realization that there was a path of transformation, right? That I had to do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, and that I have to decompose the goals into the sizable chunks, because at the end of the day, right, the imagination has to be about the tasks, and the tasks are going to include talking to people. They're going to include, making phone calls. It's going to involve writing emails. It's going to involve the production of media. It's going to involve the setting of one's internal state so that the energy, the presence that's created is one that stands up against social scripts. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I think it's something that's worth repeating, because the energy of others, you have to manage it as it comes from them, and they may not even be aware of the energy that they're sending and the beliefs that they have accepted, and then you come into the room and don't believe anything that they believe, and yet now you have to interact with them to get them on your side in order to create a new social interaction, social atmosphere, social environment, right? And that's tough, because where do you get the energy to fight? Not even to fight, but just to stand against the onslaught. And I feel it, and it's like, why haven't, in terms of building more relationships, and the depth of, at least for where I am, it's sometimes it's hard to relate, right? And so I have to bring it up and lighten up. So I've been reading a lot of comics recently to kind of lighten up. But these are the things you have to do, right, in order to move an agenda forward, especially one that's going to require social change, especially one that requires influencing people's mindsets. And this is, kind of, the task of, the new focus on personal power. It's not just about ideas and eloquent ideas. It's about how are these ideas being, making actual changes. Otherwise, you just become just get involved in academia, and that's what you do, right? They're paid to do that. But not all, but there are activist academia academics, so, and I give them praise, especially the ones in criminal justice and in social work and in the humanities. But I think we need more feet on the ground out in the world where people are getting it, and it's not just from academia. And plus, that was a movement from the 60s, and it got reasonably quickly shut down. There are fewer activist academics because it's there's so much competition for the jobs, etc. I could be wrong, but that's my feeling at this point. Anyway, transformation, and this is another aspect on that transformation and the decomposition of the tasks. So that's the main takeaway here, is the decomposition of the task, then following through and having the energy to follow through. So this has been James Coleman, Inner Peace Arts Unscripted, and I hope that this has been helpful for you and your agenda. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha, v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. Have a great day.